What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Florida Hood Blogs. Today, we're going to do the top 10 Florida towns to retire like a boss. Fun, safe, wealthy places. On this list, you will not find Palm Beach, Naples, Jupiter Island, Sanibel. This is a list for people who are retiring early. They still want to enjoy their lives. They're not ready to quite put themselves away yet. There's still a lot of life left in you. Budget, you don't have a budget, it doesn't even matter. Income does not matter on this list. These are fun, safe places where you can retire early, or if you're semi-retired, there's still a lot of life left in you, and you want to have a place where you can do a lot of fun stuff and at the same time be retreated. This list is for you. So this is a no budget list. The reason Sanibel Island is not on this list, it's too boring. You'd get bored of Sanibel Island, and the properties there are into the several millions of dollars. Palm Beach is the same thing. It's nothing but big rich houses, and the same thing can be said about most of Naples. This list, the price doesn't matter. This is like if I was like gonna buy 10 houses in Florida, and I also spread this list out. I didn't want to saturate the list with the same area, so this list has properties from Jacksonville to Tampa to the Panhandle to the Keys. I really made a very diverse list so that if you're already set on a particular region of the state, you'll know where to go. This is my list. If I was going to retire right now, my YouTube channel just blew up, I'm going to buy 10 houses in Florida. These are the places that I would personally pick for myself. And each one of these cities offers something different and special for somebody else. Number 10, Miami Springs. This little suburb of Miami is very special. It is a quaint, quiet little subdivision. This place has so much to offer. Proximity to the airport in Miami. That is super important, okay? Walking trails, parks, canals, lakes, a golf course, iguanas everywhere, beautiful gardens with parrots and all types of tropical birds. This is the real Florida experience. To the south, you have Miami malls and shopping centers. And to the north, you have the city of Hialeah, which is a very safe Latino community. The city of Hialeah has so much to do. It is very safe. Crime will not be a concern for you in Miami Springs, and if it is, the Miami Springs police is on the scene, ready to act day and night. It is a very well patrolled community. They are not putting up with any nonsense in this part of Miami. With good schools, this is probably one of the best places to retire in Miami, or if you have a family and you still need good schools, you still need shopping malls, all the things your family needs, you'll find it near Miami Springs. It is a small town feel. They have a few little shopping centers that are very old school, very small town. The city is laid out very similar to Apalachicola, but it's got nothing to do with Apalachicola. This is a very safe, very fun place. You will love Miami Springs. If you've never been there, it's a triangle-shaped city between Hialeah, Doral, and Miami. There is a Starbucks right in the middle of the community. You don't need to go to Hialeah or Miami for your Starbucks. Right there in Miami Springs, you have your own Starbucks. You have your own golf courses. There's a lot of things to do within this little community. It is beautifully landscaped with large trees, very beautiful landscaping, palm trees, very tropical, very charming little place. Many of the homes here are like from the 70s, 60s, whatever other time period, so the houses are not humongous. It really has a small town charm feel. If you want a big old house, number 9 on the list, Marco Island is number 9 on this list. Now, Marco Island is the only place in Southwest Florida on this list. The reason I chose Marco Island is because it's got close access to the beaches. The houses are big. There is a downside to Marco Island. It's a little bit slim when it comes to restaurants and things to do as far as shopping and restaurants. I don't understand why everything there is either houses Walgreens, just like bland stuff. It's not a very fun place, but probably you're going there to get away from the winters, or if you're going to live full time, you really just want peace and tranquility, Marco Island will give it to you. If you're living in Marco Island, your house is going to be about $700,000. Canals, access to the Gulf of Mexico, pristine beaches, access to the 10,000 islands. There's a lot of reasons why Marco Island is on this list. Like I said, it's got a few little issues, like not enough things to do as far as shopping, restaurants, stuff like that. But you're going to spend most of your time on the water. Lots of young, wealthy families are starting to move here, and it really is a great place for families, especially wealthy families. It's a very safe place. It has consistently been ranked as one of the safest communities in the state of Florida. It really is. Number 8, Hyde Park, en el medio de Tampa City. Tampa is absolutely one of the funnest places, one of the coolest, hippest places in Florida. There is so much to do in Tampa. Living in Tampa for a year or two, you could probably still not get to everything there is to do in this area. It's an awesome area, and if you want to live there, you probably want to be right in the middle of the action. When it comes to architecture, Tampa is one of the most beautiful cities in Florida. I personally love these older neighborhoods with the big palm trees. It feels like you're up north, but when you see the palm trees, you see the tropical plants, you know you're in Florida. Very special thing going on in Tampa. It's a real mix between the northern cities and the southern cities. It's got a little bit of everything for everybody. Tampa is a very fun place. You have the beaches on Clearwater. You have the city of Tampa itself, Ybor City, which is an amazing historical district. You can't get bored in Tampa. There's always something going on, something always to do. And if you're looking at the Tampa Bay area, budget doesn't matter. You're just looking for a really awesome place. Hyde Park in the middle of the city may be for you. If you're looking for a part of Tampa where it's more quiet out in the suburbs, then Wesley Chapel, north of New Tampa, might be the area for you. Number 7 on the list, Hollywood Lakes. If you're going to go to Broward County, this is as nice as it gets in Broward. Not only do you have easy, traffic-free access to the best parts of Fort Lauderdale and Hollywood, but you also have easy access into Dade County, the good stuff. So this little quiet, historic community is charming. It's beautiful. It's tree-lined with palm trees. One of the only concerns here is that I guess it's sinking and the ocean floods a few parts, but oh well, it's Florida. You're either going to deal with a sinkhole, or the ocean's going to flood your property, or a hurricane's going to destroy your property, or a Florida man will break in your house naked and assault you with an iguana. So you're always going to have to deal with something in Florida. And in this particular neighborhood, it seems like the water level, I mean, you're like 4 or 5 feet above sea level in some places. So yeah, you're going to have to contend with that. But it's a beautiful district, beautiful homes, absolutely charming. This is the Florida you've been dreaming about. You've been wanting to get out of the snow, or you're in Florida and you're thinking about a bank robbery and you don't know where you're going to move once you get all that money. This is a place you want to look into. Absolutely stunning, awesome location, and you can run back into Hollywood and do a lot of really cool stuff. So if you're looking for things to do, this area will not disappoint you. Number 6 on the list is Marathon. So I wanted to include something from the Florida Keys. About 8,000 people live on this island. About 20% of them are Hispanic. Very nice island. I like the fact that it's near the 7 Mile Bridge, Missouri Key, Duck Keys. These are some of my favorite fishing spots. The fishing is absolutely spectacular. The boating is absolutely spectacular. Marathon really deserves to be on this list. It's got enough things to do. Some of these islands in the Keys don't have too much going on, or they're on the other extreme like Key West, where there's just way too much going on, way too many people, way too much traffic. Marathon is the perfect balance. It's got enough going on to where it's fun, but not so much that it's a traffic jam or people on top of you. It's a really nice balance of everything. I love Marathon. It's beautiful water down there. Pretty much you're going to have to go to Cuba or the Bahamas if you want to find clear water in this part of the world. It is just absolutely stunning. You get to the point right about Marathon where the water turns baby blue. It's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. You'll see manatees, you'll see dolphins, you'll see sharks. The fishing is amazing. Are there manatees out there? I'm not sure. I've never seen a manatee. I'm gonna guess they have manatees, but I know they got sharks and dolphins because I've seen them. And sea turtles. You'll actually see sea turtles there. That's really cool. Number 5, like I said, Apalachicola. I said I was gonna include from all over Florida. This little town is along 98 in the Florida Panhandle. The forests come right to the edge of the Gulf of Mexico. These little towns are historic, they're beautiful, they're quiet. If you're looking for a quiet retreat away from everybody, one of those places where you can just really let your mind be free. If you're a writer, you're a freelancer, you're somebody who really needs to focus on whatever you're doing, this is a very quiet, peaceful part of Florida. From the Gulf of Mexico to the Swanee River, there's a lot of waterways in this region of Florida. You can also run all the way up to the city of Tallahassee. It's not too far away. This area has a lot going for it. It's very quiet, very peaceful. It's not as heavily trafficked as other parts of Florida. I really enjoyed my trip there in 2016, and I cannot wait to get back to this region of Florida. These little towns like St. Joe, all these Alligator Point is absolutely stunning. All these little towns along 98, this area of Florida is spectacular, and definitely if you're looking for a quiet retreat in Florida, this is an area you definitely have to check out. It's beautiful. You'll love owning a property here. Number 4 is Cedar Key. This little island has amazing historic homes. It's got an amazing district with fun restaurants. The island is not exactly walkable, but it's definitely golf cart enough to where you don't even have to get in your car. It's a small island. The fishing is amazing. There's little islands a little bit further out where you can ride a boat to and have your own little private island. Enough areas to explore wilderness. The area has a lot going for it. It's a very quiet, peaceful beach island town. If you want a place to come down for a few months, it's not exactly a great place to live full time if you got a family. If you're older and you want to live in a really charming place, this may be it for you. If you're younger and you have kids, it may not be the best place for you because it's just an island in the middle of nowhere. But if you really want to retire somewhere that has charm, that has restaurants, things to do, if you like being on the water, you like fishing, the redfish in this area is amazing, then this could be for you. This is for the older elderly couple, or not quite elderly, but older couple who enjoys to get on the boat or the pontoon, drive around a golf cart, and just have an awesome time. And by the way, to visit, you must visit this little island. Cedar Key, very cool place to retire. Number 3, Fernandina Beach, Jacksonville. You finally made a list, and I know a lot of people from Jacksonville on my Facebook, YouTube, and all my other social media are very angry at me because I have not included Jacksonville on the most dangerous list. The people who live in Jacksonville think that Jacksonville is the biggest city in the world. They think that Jacksonville is the most dangerous hoods in the world. They think Jacksonville is the most everything out there. Well, you're number 3 on this list. If you're looking for the Jacksonville area, I really like Fernandina Beach. It is a beach town that's very charming, close to the Atlantic Ocean, close to St. Mary's, Georgia, which you guys know is one of my favorite places if you watch my channel. If you're looking for a beach town in Florida, this may be it. Located in the absolute northeast corner of Florida, this little town has access to the Atlantic Ocean. It also has access to the St. Mary's River area. A lot of amazing stuff right there. Jacksonville has an impressive skyline, and it does have a lot of things to do. I know Jacksonville's reputation is a little bit tainted with rising crime. Shout outs to everybody in Jacksonville. You finally made one of my list. Moving on to number 2, Coral Gables. At about 53% Hispanic, bringing home a little bit over $150,000 as a household. This is a very wealthy and very nice tropical place. The Fairchild Gardens is among many botanical gardens in the area. If you like nature, you like tropical places, and you're able to afford it, this area of Miami is absolutely amazing. Now, I do have a subscriber who mentioned living here, liking the area a lot. It's a beautiful, amazing area. This subscriber noticed that while the area is nice, they have had their car broken into several times. And this is a problem in the Miami area. Most properties in the Dade County area, even really nice houses, have some serious security, metal bars on the windows. So home burglaries are very rare. The city of Hialeah, for example, in Dade County has one of the lowest burglary rates around because the houses are pretty much fortresses with iron bars on the windows and doors. So cars are the next easiest thing. The area is known for having low crime. It's expensive. It's beautiful. The shopping things to do, there's enough to do to keep you busy, and it's an absolutely beautiful Florida location, well worth its second place on this list. All right, number one is the Southside and South End neighborhoods of West Palm Beach. Recently went here and I absolutely loved it. If it was in my price range, I would definitely buy a property here. Palm Beach Gardens, there's a lot of areas in Palm Beach, Jupiter, there's a lot of good stuff in Palm Beach County. The county has been plagued for many, many decades with horrendously high crime rates. Luckily, this area and other areas in Palm Beach County do have low crime rates. Palm Beach itself is a little bit too more ritzy, fancy for me. And I think anytime you're buying properties in Palm Beach, Naples, or these super luxurious golf course communities, anytime you buy a property, a place like Palm Beach, it's a luxury. You're paying for it, and even if you make a profit, you're not making a profit. The same thing goes for these country clubs with these humongous fees. You're paying for that. It's a luxury. It's definitely not an investment. Your appreciation will never be as much as you're going to put in these properties. That's why I like neighborhoods. And south side of West Palm Beach, it's absolutely amazing. If you go to our channel, we did some drive arounds. It's very charming, beautiful historic homes, and the newer homes look beautiful as well. Great areas to walk, lots of things to do, well-deserved first place on this list. If money was not an issue, I would definitely consider property on the south side or the south end. Crime in the West Palm Beach area is more of a concern than the rest of these places on the list, but I still wanted to make it number one. Well, that's it. If I would have considered other places for this list, I looked at the islands in Stewart, Jupiter Island. These are absolutely stunning, beautiful places. So Florida has so much to offer that it's sometimes impossible to pin down a place. So if you didn't make it, don't be upset.